Hey guys, so I'm really delighted to announce that this week I surpassed over 100 monthly Spotify listeners on that platform. Now, this is quite a good feat for me, really. I'm an independent artist, been making music for a few years now, but I've really been trying to get this number up to the three figures to try and make an impact and get more listeners from my music. Really, I wanted to tell you how I'd managed to get that high in basically about a year working towards getting that up to the 100 mark. Now, the first thing I've done is released music consistently, typically every 4 or 5 weeks, onto Spotify and also other, all the other major online outlets as well. I've invested in my home production techniques, so I've invested in Logic Pro for my MacBook, and I've also taken some free lessons on YouTube tutorials, and also on Udemy, the learning resource as well. Udemy, I took a Udemy course in Logic Pro production. Then other stuff I've done, I've paid for a few ads on Facebook and Instagram, not too expensive ones, but a couple of quid a day, something like that, just to keep things ticking over. I've networked with other artists in my niche and also in my local community as well, either going to gigs with them or getting to know them online and networking that way. And I've also started growing my own personally curated Spotify playlists on the back of that, and trying to sort of have the sort of mentality that a rising tide lifts all boats kind of things, and sort of bring everyone along with me in my different niches and my locality here in Kent in the UK. Also then I've invested and taken lessons from some really strong social media experts such as Rick Barker, Linz Crichton, Andrew Southworth, I'm trying to think who else, Jesse Cannon, Matt Bacon as well. So those guys out there are really flying the flag for independent artists, and I've taken advice and sometimes taken their courses that they've offered. Then I've also been promoting my own songs on my own social media, making videos, either making topical videos around my songs or promoting each release as it comes out. And then using niche hashtags as well, rather than trying to go for things like unsigned musician. I'll say protest songs, because I do a few protest songs, or indie folk or alternative folk or anti-folk, things like that. That kind of, so those sort of niche hashtags, rather than using more generic ones that really everyone really uses. So you're not really going to find your niche market, and that's what really all this has been about, is finding that niche market that are going to be into my music. And I say I've already managed to get to the 100 monthly Spotify listeners it's been a steady slope, but over the past 6, 9, 12 months I've managed to get it up to that level, and now I'm consistently above that number. My next target is to get it up to 250 monthly listeners. I'm hoping to get that in the next 3 months or so, and then within the next year I want to get up to 1,000, because I read an interesting stat the other day. Only 8% of Spotify artists have over at least 1,000 monthly listeners. So if you can get to that stage, you really are doing well. So, and I'm a tenth of the way there so far. So, anyway, I hope that's been of some use to you if you're an artist yourself out there making music, and even if you're a casual fan, hopefully you're been with me on this journey, or been listening to some of my music and joining me on this journey and seeing how I'm done. I'm really grateful to those of you out there that have been listening to my music and following me on social media, and TikTok, Insta, YouTube, and what have you, and all the others. Let's take the next great leap forward together, and onwards and upwards. Cheers, Ryan.